Thapa, male, age 63, Bhutanese, Beldangi 1 refugee camp. I have never had an easy life. In Bhutan, I could not go to school because it was over 2 hours away. My father died before I even got to know him. My brother fought our whole family so he could take the land that was everyone's. And I left my mother all alone for 10 years. Nevertheless, I did have a life in Bhutan, one that I could call my own. I had a job, a way in which to fill my days, land and animals, things that belonged to me, things that were all taken away from me without explanation, things that I still cannot get back today. I remember being forced to leave. A man, a local or a government official, I do not know. But this man came into my home and told us that we had to leave. We had no choice but to get out. So we did. We left. I picked up my daughter, who was barely 3 months old, grabbed our other 3 children, my wife, and my mother, and we left from the country that we had called home our whole lives. A country that no longer wanted us. We walked for hours and hours to the Indian border, another place that did not want us. We were starving and exhausted, but we had to keep going. We had to get to Nepal. My mother died on that journey, another moment I will never forget, one that haunts me to this day. So here I am, in this camp where I have wasted the years of my vitality, sitting here, doing nothing, remembering the times I used to be useful, where I did have a life. The habits of my old life still seep into this one. I still cannot sleep past 3 a.m., except now I have no animals to care for, no land to tend to. I lay in my bed, staring at the ceiling of this hut, just remembering and imagining the life I could have lived if I had been able to stay. My family has been split up. One of my daughters lives in the United States and the other lives in Australia. I was not even able to keep them together. My dying wish is that my family be reunited once again, but I fear that will never happen. You ask me where my home is? Bhutan certainly is not my home, a place I can never go back, a place that does not want me. Nepal is not my home either. There is nothing here for me. My home is wherever my wife is. She is the only home I have ever known, and the only home I will know. I would not be able to live my life without her, to keep living if she was not around. Since I was 20 years old, she has been the most important thing in my life, the happiness amongst so much sadness and tragedy. If my life were a book, its title would be The Sad Story of a Refugee.